Hello, my name's John Williams. I am the chair of Age Cymru, and it's my very great pleasure to introduce this animated film featuring the voices of older people talking about human rights. It uses plain language and avoids legalese. It's based on their daily living. The group are a diverse group of people, and older people are a diverse group of people. Issues such as dignity, choice, respect, equal treatment, no labels, no discrimination, and the right to use the language of your choice all feature in this film. Human rights do not diminish with age. As older people, we are entitled to the same human rights as all other generations. You will see from the film that the issues are very personal. Toilets, being able to contribute to society, not being discriminated against on the ground of your age or indeed on any other ground. At Age Cymru, we will continue to protect and promote the human rights of older people. This film will form part of our campaign to raise awareness of human rights and older people. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
I think people think of human rights as something that you see on the news when somebody is in a country and they need the British Embassy to get involved to bring them back. That is all that you would know about human rights. There wouldn't be anything else, I don't think.
Mae hawl da ni gyd cael rhyddid I feddwl beth ni eisiau, cael rhyddid I wneud beth ni eisiau, a neb yn dala ni nôl achos bod ni yn unrhyw liw neu unrhyw gred neu unrhyw grefydd neu unrhyw rhyw.
To me, human rights are, as I think the UN originally put it, a way of making sure that everybody is equal before the law, but more importantly, also have equity. In other words, everybody has the same opportunities in life, and we don't treat people the same because some people need more help than others.
It's a respect. Respect my choices, respect my way of living, respect me as a person, as an aging person. I can do anything and people respect whatever I do in employment, in living, in social care, health care. So I think respect is the basics for me.
My freedom, my independence, right to every resource that's available to me. I have the same right as anyone who's breathing the same air as I am. I have the same rights.
I like to dress the way I like to dress. I like to dress young. So if I love to wear my flowers in my hair, if I love to wear loopy earrings, and if I love to wear my scarves, I think to myself, so long as I can be me, I'm okay. I don't want to be stereotyped as an old person. I still feel I'm young inside.
I think the most important human right for me is the right to live as the person you are, and which is encompassed in the right to privacy and dignity.
I have the right, especially being a Black woman as well, you know, where I suffered triple. I have a right to be me. If I want to drive, as long as I am able to drive, go shopping, travel, do anything, run about naked, anything, I have a right to.
We come from cultures where when you grow older, your closer family, the children, and if there is a husband, they start putting boundaries. At your age, you shouldn't be doing this. But for me, my children, they do respect that. So I have no restrictions on anything. We travel together. I dance with them. If I can stand on my feet and dance, why not? It's my choice. It's something that's making me enjoying life.
Moyn y rai pobl yn moyn cadw fynd yn neud beth maen nhw'n neud. Heb cael pobl yn pwyso arnyn nhw a dweud, rhaid ti neud hwn a rhaid ti neud na.
I was born free, and yes, I have free will, which was granted to me to make my decisions and not to accept every decision that is made on my behalf, especially when I know that I am competent to making my own decisions. If I want to live on my own, let me live on my own. I have the right to make my own choices.
There are two concerns. Firstly, that if you get very ill or you have dementia, your blood family may reclaim you as your original birth gender, and they may disrespect that when you're buried, when your death certificate is made, and through the funeral.
It's the right of every older person, who wants to do what they want with their money. And I don't have the right to be deceived, to be exploited financially.
Dwi'n prynu tŷ o symud tŷ, so fi'n gallu mynd yn ple o size nawr, fi ben fy hun. A fi wedi cael gymaint o help wrth y meibion. A fi'n gwybod bod nhw'n ei helpu fi. Wel, ble rai pobl sydd ddim yn cael hwnna, so maen nhw eisiau help wrth pobl tu fas. Ond falle maen nhw ddim yn gwybod fel I cael e.
My home is my castle. If I want to stay in my home, I want to stay in my home. If I need help, I can always hire home help. I can always pay somebody to come and help me in my house with my housework.
You can go into town, and if you come off a bus and you need to go into the central market, there is no loop. So you are thinking and planning your journey to say, well, if I get off the bus and I've gone before I go, now where's my nearest one? People won't go into town for that reason. So they're prevented from going anywhere. Now, to me, that's against human rights.
Bwysgyfrydyn, o'n i'n isgydeirydd Cymaddash 50+ Forum. A un o'r pethau ni'n ffindio allan yn neud ni oedd problemau gyda digital exclusion a mae hwnna'n neud pethau yn cael effaith ar loneliness and isolation. Bobl wrth I hunain, sy'n ffyrdd gyda nhw I sgwrsio â bobl yn defnyddio'r technology. Wedyn, yr unig beth allai rwy'n wneud yw'r falle pigo ffôn lan a cael chat ar y ffôn. A Covid yn wneud hwnna'n wath, as oedd bobl yn ofan mynd mas, ofan cymysgu dy lot o bobl eraill. So lot o clwbiau henoed a pethau fel la ddim yn dod â'i gilydd ar yr amser na. So fi'n credu bod y 2 flynedd ddiwetha wedi wneud na mwy o broblem na falle oedd cyn ni. A at least mae wedi dod â'r problem mewn I ffocws.
I have a right to work, to apply for work. No one has the right to ask me how old I am. What you see is what you get. You have no right to ask me how old I am.
It comes in conversations. Oh, Amal, you've reached this age and you don't want to retire. I'll be 73 in March. Why should I retire if I have sound mind, I can help others, and I have a good body?
Do you ever feel unsafe because of age at all?
No, I don't feel unsafe. In some ways, I feel slightly safer because I think there is still some respect for older people and taking care of them.
I have the right to be heard. and to be understood and respected. Maybe, yes, I am older, maybe something seems to me much bigger than what it seems to you at your age, but you have to respect me and my feelings and not just take me lightly.
As an older person, no one has the right to abuse me. You know, but older people seem to suffer a lot from abuse, which I think is totally wrong. It affects us mentally. You know, you feel worthless.
I think it's everybody's right when they're being looked after in later life, particularly if you're in a care home or in a hospital or a palliative care environment, to have a sense of belonging. You know, so that you feel it's somewhere where you are looked after and respected for who you are, not just because somebody has to look after you and it's a big pain to do it.
Fi ma fy ngŵr yn ysbyty, wrth gwrs oedd Covid, amser Covid, a maen nhw'n sort of wedi penderfynu dros un penwythnos I roi lan amdano fe, a maen nhw just yn dweud, oh, we put him on palliative care. Ond os neb ond y nurse sy wedi dweutho ni, ond yn ddwcus, oedd y bechgyn yn gofyn I siarad i'r doctor a nurses y pethau. Wedyn, o'n nhw'n deall, dylen nhw ddim wedi digwydd, oedd yn digwydd dros y penwythnos. A ryw doctor wedi penderfynu, roi lan ond fe.
I can tell you during the pandemic, it took me 92 times to try to phone for my husband to get an appointment. I had to write a registered letter to the practice manager to say, why can't my husband have an appointment? I'm fed up of fighting. I really am, because you're fighting all the time. Every day it's something that you have to fight for. It's not simple being old.
Although it wasn't the main reason, one of the reasons I had gender affirming surgery was that when I got old, if I needed close personal care, my body wouldn't look different, because I'd read about care workers either laughing at people because their bodies didn't match their expectations, or even just refusing to look after them. And I thought, no, I'm not having any of that. And the other thing that worries me is if I ever got to the point of having Alzheimer's and forgetting I've transitioned, because we do know some people wake up, look at the way they're dressed or their body and think, no, I'm not supposed to be out. Why am I like this?
I've spoken to a lot of people and they said they wouldn't want to go to A&E. People are afraid. Most of the people I'm with won't phone A&E. No, ambulance, no. If you're going to wait 6 hours in an ambulance, 8 hours inside, no. If they feel ill, they'd rather die at home now.
Rai hen bobl yn stwbwn, a dim eisiau help, o nhw'n meddwl maen nhw ddim eisiau help, ond maen nhw ddim eisiau siarad y bobl amdano fe. So mae rhaid I chi bod yn ofalus, fel ti'n handlo fe, sort of thing,
In every care home, every older person has a right to carry a little pamphlet about their rights as older people. There's nothing like that.
Well, I think human rights should be discussed at all levels with people from all different ranges, cultures, ages, just to make people understand that this is their right and home to go to when they need help. Yeah, I think it's really very important.
Money is an important factor, especially with the doom and gloom now. You know, people are afraid to put their heating on. And why should they have that worry when they're the people during the war or just after the war, they were on rationing, they found it hard, they couldn't buy things. I remember army blankets on me. I remember a rug under my feet. Why should I be at 72 and my husband nearly 80 to say that we can't afford heating? It should be a bloody human right that we should do that, as well as toilets.
I do think Brexit has made things worse for older people too, because by changing the way that we interact with Europe and the rest of the world, we're lacking an awful lot of the sort of people who came and provided care, not just in the NHS, but in all the care homes. So we've completely lost out there too. And I think if we lose our human rights as well, that's just going to be awful.